You are now listening to the Vitalize podcast. Hey yo, what up, family? Welcome back to the Vitalize podcast. You're here with your friendly neighborhood host, Mr. Marcus Black, and I'm so excited to be in a building with y'all today. Listen, it's been a crazy couple weeks, but it's been a remarkable couple weeks, and I just want to take just a moment to say thank you, man. Thank you for rocking with the guy. I've been seeing them reviews, I've been seeing the ratings, I've been seeing the shares, I've been seeing the DMs on IG. Shout out to you for being incredible. Thank you so much for rocking with the guy. Listen, if you're here for the very first time, welcome. I know it's a lot, I know, but it's okay. Just embrace it. Just embrace like you just got the biggest bear hug from the guy. But listen, there's no such thing as a second-time guest in this community. If you are here, you ain't here by chance. You're here for an incredible conversation. And today, I almost want to shed a tear. Today I have the most incredible, impeccable, magnanimous, splendiferous, wonderful, beautiful, gorgeous guest humanly possible. Today, I have a privilege and pleasure of introducing someone to you. And y'all know, listen, we don't even do guests on this show. We 5 seasons in, we had less than 5 guests. So if I bring a guest to you, you know it gotta be somebody that's about that life. You know it's somebody that's legit, that's the truth, that's the real deal. So if I bring somebody to you, you know I need you to tap in. And so today's guest literally is my favorite person on the planet. Today's guest is one of the biggest reasons that you even know who I am. Today's guest is a human being who believed in me before I believed in myself. Today's guest is a literally world-renowned musician and artist who I get to bring to you. Today's guest, my very best friend, my gorgeous, much better half, the mother of my 2 kids, my wife, and my very best friend, none other than the only Rachel Black. What up, family?
Hi. Wow, what an introduction.
Come on now, y'all. Tell her we can't be out here with this cute stuff. We don't do that on the Vitalize podcast. I said, what up, family? You gotta get a little, say it with your chest.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can say it like you. What up, family?
That was pretty good. Anywho,
I think that was pretty good.
How you doing today?
I'm splendid. How are you?
Swell. Welcome to the Vitalize podcast. Say hi to the people.
Hi, everybody. I'm a little country, so.
So it's been a long time in the making, but I'm super elated and ecstatic to bring her here to you guys. I know many of you been asking about her, you've been asking stuff about the family. I'm like, why ask me? Why not ask her? Maybe she might diverge some secrets to y'all.
I might.
Nah, she ain't gonna let y'all know nothing.
I'm gonna let y'all know a little something.
Nah, she ain't gonna do it. But
I'm just kidding, maybe.
I do want to make sure that I brought her to you guys because when I'm not kidding when I say like she's one of the most incredible artists I've ever heard. Like, matter of fact, we'll probably go back to the beginning because she's been a songbird from jump. We actually met singing for a school, and we would go on tour, traveling, singing, performing shows all over the country. So we traveled the country together, singing and performing and building the foundations of our relationship. One of my favorite stories was it my birthday or Valentine's Day when you came and serenaded me?
It was Valentine's
Day. She came, it was like, that would have been like 2008 or 7. A long time ago. 2007.
2008.
2008. Valentine's Day. I think it was 2007, actually.
No, it's 2008.
2008 Valentine's Day.
Or maybe, no, 2007. It was one of those.
2007 or 8. She came to my dorm and she brought me gifts, and I was asleep in my room. I was knocked out. So she threw some pebbles. I live on the 2nd floor. She threw some pebbles at my window. Mm-hmm. And so I woke up from my sleep to the pebbles pecking at my window. I go to the window, and this human being is downstairs belting. I mean, just like, and I'm just sitting here like tears. She did a medley. She sung multiple songs, and all the dudes was in my room crowding me, trying to figure out who sang it to me. I'm like, get out of here. This ain't for you. This is personal. Anywho, that's how we met.
Yes.
And, man, she been creating. She been in her bag. She been in the lab cooking, and utilizing her voice. And y'all know how much I talk to you about the importance of putting your gift on the table. Y'all know how much I talk to you about the importance of showing up and doing and giving your gift to the world, where her gift is her incredible instrument and her art. And you got some time, but you're going to have to sing something before we get up out of here.
Okay,
That's
I
on
will.
the spot. That's on the spot. She
Yes,
ain't know.
just put me on
We
the
ain't gonna do
spot.
it right now. We'll do it at the end. You can sing something for the people. So if you listening or you watching, stay tuned. You'll have to hear her sing something before we get up out of here. But I want to talk to you, and we'll start here, and then we'll work our way back. So right now, you're pouring your heart and soul into your passion. Right now, you've been working hard for the last year. Wee hours of the morning, wee hours of the night, all day writing sessions, pouring your heart and soul into your craft and really building something. What has made you say, now is the time to go all in and put your gift on the table?
That is such a good question, babe. So, sorry, I called him babe.
You call me whatever you like, ma'am.
But, I mean, it all started in the pandemic. I think that was a pivotal time for a lot of people, where just got to the point where I wanted to do something with my life, and something that I'm really passionate about. I've always been passionate about music, which he mentioned. So that's where I started making music in 2020. We were all at home and, working from home and everything, but we weren't going anywhere. So it's the perfect opportunity to start writing music again and really focusing on that. So that's what I've been doing since 2020.
Boom. And why was it so pivotal to start in 2020? I know there was a lot of death around us. There was a lot of uncertainty around us. There was a lot of fear around us. There was a lot of doubt around us. So why then?
I think it was, for me personally, in search of motivational situation for myself, something to keep going for. Of course, I have you, I have the boys, but as a human being, we want to do something for ourselves that makes us feel alive, something that we're proud of. And that's always been music for me. And so it's like you only get one life. And with the pandemic, it was such an example of you literally only get one life. So go after your dreams and what you care about.
I had a friend tell me that we're in two totally different places to this day. Shout out to you, friend. You know who you are. And he said, because when the pandemic hit, there were two types of people in the world. There were the type of people who just sat down idly and let life pass them by because we were living under a closed door. And he said there were people who saw the door as open. And the people who saw the door as open ran through that mug and went and put a lot of things together. And you could say, he said that about me, but that's the case for both of us, because we ran through that door when a lot of people were sitting by idly, when a lot of people weren't showing up for themselves, when a lot of people weren't using their gifts. We both went all in, and now you got a whole, you recorded 3 singles, 4 singles. She recorded a bunch of singles.
4 singles.
An EP that was 5 songs and a whole album that's about to drop today. Y'all, the album dropped today.
Yeah.
The album dropped today. Also, happy July 4th. Shout out to you.
Yes.
Patriotic. Happy 4th of July, man. Freedom is an incredible thing. And we celebrate and honor those who fought to defend the freedoms that we have. Shout out to y'all. If you're in the service or your loved ones in the service, thank you for your service to allow us to celebrate the freedoms that we have this day. And the freedom to create, the freedom to go after your dream, and the freedom to make something massive happen.
Yes.
Shout out to you. So
it
was really an opportunity for us to say we going all in. And so we made that choice, and we held each other accountable. This is the person that pushed me. And so there'll be whole times where she in her window and I'm in my window, and she writing and she working and I'm writing and I'm working, and we just get into it. What has it been like for you even to be on the journey with me on the journey at the same time? Because normally it's one spouse or the other. What has it been like for both of us to be on journeys?
I have loved it. It has been amazing. And of course, there are some challenges with it because we each have like our separate things we're doing and scheduling conflicts and stuff, but we work through it. And that's what I love about our marriage. I mean, we are each other's cheerleaders, like biggest fans, like in Black Speaks, baby. Everything. Like, I'm his biggest fan. Ain't nobody a bigger fan than me, okay? Anyways, I love us and I love our marriage and I love our teamwork. We are there for each other and it's really been amazing just working together and doing what we love and supporting and cheering each other on.
Yes.
Yes.
No, that's super dope. So take me back. And if you don't know much about either of us, it's a miracle that we sit here in front of you. There's a test that you can take. It's called the ACEs test, ACES, Adverse Child Experiences. And it's a childhood trauma measurement to let you know how messed up your life can get if you got a lot of childhood trauma. Anything above a 4, they say you all the way jacked up and you won't live a productive life. She had a 9 out of 10, and I had an 8 out of 10. So there's a lot that we went through and a lot that we had to overcome to get to where we are today. The fact we were very intentional about working together to be able to create a new life, to be able to shed some generational curses, to be able to build something that matters. And if you're watching this, I hope you take encouragement. Like, maybe you're a married person that feels like, man, if only I could get my spouse on board, if I could get them to support me, like, man, just know that it's a journey. It's a journey and it takes intentional effort. You got to be very intentional to figure out what you want and stop listening to people who ain't where you want to be. I ain't going to say that again. I'm not going to beat a dead horse. I hope you take those words to heart. But that said, with where we come from, with the history, with what we've overcome, take you back to childhood. And I think about like an escape for you. Like, music was always an escape. Like, talk about when you became passionate about music, how this became a thing.
So it's very interesting you ask that. I mean, I can't really pinpoint an exact moment. I just know majority of my life and my memory, music is surrounded by that, you know? It was definitely an escape for me. I can say, though, I started writing songs when I was about 7 or 8 years old, around our oldest son's age. I mean, I was in love with R&B then, and writing songs, love songs. I didn't know a thing about love then, but just from the music I listened to and the example that it gave me, I was writing about love at 8 years old. So, I mean, I guess that's the age where it kind of started for me.
What's your favorite genre of music?
Definitely R&B, for sure. That is my top. But I mean,
what is it about R&B that you love?
I think it's the style of, you know, the harmonies you put together, the sound, the swag that comes with it. It's just, I don't know.
There's a lot of people who would say R&B is dead. What would you say to that?
No, you just ain't listen to the right stuff.
So what that mean? What you telling me
you need
is
to listen to
if
Rachel
you tap
Black.
in to the only Rachel Black, the R&B. You telling me if they tap in, then they gonna see R&B is not only not dead, R&B is alive and well. That's what you telling me.
Yes, absolutely.
So what era of R&B and music in general would you say probably was most influential on you and who you are today?
Definitely 90s.
What about
R&B.
the 90s?
Jodeci, TLC. What you know about that?
You know what I'm saying? I got this. They don't know. I can really do this. I'm about that singing like.
He really can sing, y'all. I just got to mention this. That's one of the reasons why, like, I fell for him, because he could sing. He's a bass, and
you know what I'm saying. Just got a little bit of that right there.
Got the voice.
But you said 90s R&B.
Yes, 90s.
What does that make you feel when you think about 90s R&B?
I always describe it as, whenever I hear a 90s R&B song, it takes me back to being at my grandparents' house as a kid and a sunny day. I grew up in Dallas, Texas. So
BTX, stand up.
Yes. So it just reminds me of a beautiful day in Texas. Like, I guess you think of it as like a fall day, like perfect temperature, and the sun is out, and just a beautiful day.
Sound like good vibes all the way around.
Yes.
So what about y'all? We got any 90s R&B in the fans in the building? We got any real R&B back to the 90s R&B fans? If you are, send me a DM. Let me know.
Yes.
Speaking of 90s R&B, so your project, tell them about the project that just dropped today. Like, what is it about? What can they expect from it? Holla at the people.
So yes, I'm so excited to release my first album, my EP. It was about 5 songs. This album is 10 songs. I put out a single, but it's called 2090, and it is combining the 90s sound and today's sound. So it's my version of 90s R&B with a little twist to it. And I sampled some of my favorite 90s R&B songs from my favorite artists that were really influential in my sound. So I'm super excited about it.
So who are some of those artists?
SWV.
Uh-oh, sisters with voices. Any SWV fans out there?
I mean, you gotta be. I mean, they're legendary.
Who else?
Jodeci.
Ooh.
My mom was a huge fan of Jodeci when I was a kid, and so she really influenced me to love Jodeci as well. So Jodeci is top notch for me.
Who else? Name a couple more.
Keith Sweat.
Ooh, Keith
Love
Sweat.
some Keith Sweat.
Who can love you like
Don't
me?
do that.
Who can give you what you need?
Don't do that.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just saying, whenever I could do a cold Keith Sweat impersonation right there.
Oh my gosh, no, don't do
Who
that
else?
no more.
Nah, Keith Sweat go hard though. Got me twisted. Yeah, got me. Okay.
You are really.
Who else? What else you got?
I'm trying to think who else. Those are the top ones. Mary
yeah.
J. Blige.
Mary J. Uh-oh, snap.
Yes.
Shout out to you, Mary J. What about
Yes.
Soul for Real?
Yes, Soul for Real.
Y'all don't even know.
and
Only the real R&B fans know who that is.
My love, do you ever? Yeah, Candy Raid. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's just a few of the samples that I used, and I'm super excited.
So if you guys are big fans, for real 90s R&B fans, like it's available now, like right now, like 5 minutes ago. Like while you're listening to us, you can be going to Apple Music, Spotify, Alexa, whatever it is you do, and tell them to bring out that Rachel Black, and you want looking for 2090,
Yes.
which what you're telling me is it's a modernized take on 90s music, on 90s
Yes.
classics. So basically
Yes.
she's saying, I know we in the 20s, but I'm taking you back to the 90s. So 2090,
Yes.
that's incredible. Make sure you tap in. So when you think about music, like, who's been some of your biggest influences that made you want to do music?
The Queen, Beyonce. I love Beyonce so much. I mean, I've been a fan of hers since Destiny's Child. And I've been a huge fan of Destiny's Child as well. But Beyonce, definitely, I've studied her for years. And you know.
I am well aware. I think y'all will be able to pick up some hint of that in the harmonies. So if
Yes.
you're a fan of that, intricate
Yes.
harmonies, you'll be able to hear some of that.
But definitely Aaliyah, too. I'm huge fan of Aaliyah. She will always be my favorite. So even like her swag and like her style and everything, definitely very influential with me as an artist.
Ooh, when y'all see the album cover, you will gather that. So when you see the cover of the album, you will gather exactly what she just said. So who else? Like anybody in your personal life influenced you to create music, to be an artist?
I would say my father. He is an artist in his own right, and he sings, and he's done an album before as
That
well.
man can sing.
Yes, a gospel album. He's amazing. So he's definitely been influential in my voice and encouraging me to do music because I watched him. So
And one of your biggest fans and supporters, which
yes,
is really cool. So
yes. Well, you're a pretty huge fan.
you know,
though,
I'm the biggest
and I
fan. Ain't no
appreciate you.
fans bigger than me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be shirtless on the front row with her picture painted on me. So listen, I'm just letting you know. When we get that Grammy, I'm going to embarrass you. I'm screaming.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
So, as you think about, deeper now, why it is you show up and create. Like for a long time, you didn't use your voice. For a long time, there were things and there were people that made you play small in this life. And now you're saying, man, forget all that. I'm giving everything I got for the dream. We're going to do everything we can to make it real. We're introducing it to you because it matters. Why?
Sorry.
Like in the depths of what it is we're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to accomplish, like, why do you do music? Why music is an international language. It speaks to people at the soul level. Like, why do you create it? Why are you sharing your art with the world?
It has always been a dream of mine, you know, and it's something that's very important to me, and it's my way of expressing myself. I feel like I'm a great storyteller, and I create songs and stories. Thank you, babe. I really feel like I create stories and songs that people can relate to. And I'm talking about real stuff in my music. I mean, I talk about fun stuff too, and just music is life for me.
Yeah, she bad. She got a song on this album about some role playing, about being in the club, pretending like we not together and playing roles. So I'm just letting y'all know when you hear that one. Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, I'm a storyteller.
Viewer discretion advised.
I have a very vivid imagination, just saying. But I mean, yeah, I do music because it's something I've always wanted to do. And I'm finally just going after it because, like I said before, you only get one life. And I don't want to look back. God blesses me to be older, be in my 60s and 70s. I don't want to look back and be like, man, I should have did music. So I'm so happy that I'm going after my dream, and I have such a beautiful partner by my side that is encouraging me.
What do you hope to accomplish by doing music? Like, so for me, like, y'all know what I do. I come on here yelling every week. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know the energy you get. You know what you get from me. You know the books, working on book number 2, the podcast, the speaking. So just signed with the agency. Shout out to you, Shamil Gray. I'm grateful to be on the collective of this incredible agency I'm working with. But y'all know what I'm doing. But at the end of the day, like, there's a lot of people on the planet who have lost hope. There's a lot of people on the planet whose hearts are broken. There's a lot of people on the planet who just need a smile. And I had the power to give that with the power of my voice. And so I show up every single day because I want, at the end of the day, to say my life mattered towards putting a smile on somebody else's face and helping at least one person every day. Hope, literally being a hope, representing hope where the hopeless at, being the biggest hope dealer on the 4 reaches. And so, like with you, music kind of has a similar power. Music has the ability to brighten someone's day. Music has the ability to be someone's words when they don't have the words. So, like, when you create this art and it falls into the hands of the people, what do you hope to accomplish by putting it out there?
I want people to fall in love with R&B again, especially with this album, but with my music in general. Like I said, it's my way of being heard. And I want people to enjoy my music. And yeah, I just
Why is being heard
make people
important?
feel good.
Have you ever had a time in your life where you didn't feel heard?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. And maybe one day I'll dive into that a little deeper and share. But yeah, my music is a way of, like, you never heard me say these things and stuff before, but they've been in my head. So there you have it. Listen.
So what you're telling me is there's a version of yourself, an inferior version of yourself that lived for a long time where you silenced your own voice.
Absolutely.
But now you're saying you found an avenue, a passionate way to share with people your heart and to find a way to be heard.
Yes, so music is definitely like a diary for me.
You think it's possible for them to do the same?
Absolutely, yes.
What advice would you give them that want to chase their dream but they're scared? Because you've been scared.
Oh, yeah.
She tried to cry the first night of her first performance.
I did. I asked them, could we leave?
We already there.
I was terrified. But no, I would say really think about what's important to you. And this is the thing I ask myself, especially when it comes to performing. If I don't do it, will I regret it? And if the answer is yes, then you got to do it. Because at the end of the day, you don't want to let yourself down. And so that is the main thing that motivates me. I don't ever want to look back at an opportunity that I had and I didn't do it and then I regret it. Like if you feel like you're going to be sick to your stomach if you don't do this, then I feel like that's your calling. That's what you're supposed to do. Don't fight it. Do it, because once you do it, you're going to be so happy and feel so good. Because that's what I feel. Whenever I'm at first terrified to get on stage, afterwards, I'm like, oh my gosh, that was so much fun. Like, yeah, so.
It sounds like living. The first night, you know, after her first couple of performances, we got in the car. It was the second performance. We were riding home and just in tears, both of us, because like that's what living feels like. When you overcome fear, when you overcome adversity, when you overcome everything that tried to hold you back and you show up with the gift in spite of the fear that you have, expressing courage, and you watch the dream that you had inside your heart become real. That is a life that we get to live currently, but ain't nothing different about us than it's different about you. It ain't nothing. We the same, fam. It's just a choice that you make one day to realize life is too short. We made this choice in the middle of the pandemic, and we both went balls to the wall, for lack of a better term. We gave everything that we had, and now things get a little crazy. And every single day we get to watch the dream become real. Yes. The desire for you is that you watch the dream become real as well, that you put your gift on the table, whatever it is you want to do. I'm sure. What was it like the first time you heard your song played on the radio?
It was surreal. Like, I was like, is this actually happening? Like, you know, as a kid, you know, because I've had this dream since I was a kid, and I would think, like, I'm going to be on the radio, and I'm going to be doing, like, music videos. I'm going to do interviews and stuff. But it's like when it actually starts happening, like, it's kind of like on the movies when they do the movies about artists and they have their song heard on the radio for the first time. That was kind of what happened to me. I was like, ah! I was like screaming and stuff. I started crying, and yeah, because I'm very sensitive and emotional.
One of my favorite stories with her and her music is she's a huge book fan. This girl be reading, y'all. Like a couple years ago, she read over 100 books in a year. She right now, even with as busy as she been with the music, she still read 50 books a year. And I'm not talking like 50-page books. Like, I'm talking like 500-page books. Like, she'll read. I love to read. She read one of those in like 2 or 3 days. So she got all her favorite authors. She know who they are. She followed them online. And there's one specific author that she had been shouting out. She was shouting out this author, shouting out this author, shouting out this author. Well, the author comes to find out that this girl be doing music. Author said, say less, I got something for you. She didn't tell her. She was just like, I got something for you. So the author was in between books, and the next book came out. And I was in the house in the back just kind of chilling. I was cooling. And I heard this girl scream like Michael Myers came in my house. Like, she screamed bloody murder. And I came in the front, like, you know, I'm ready. I come out with my, like, Michelangelo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Like, what's up? We ready. I come to the front, like, what happened? Why is you screaming? And she was crying uncontrollably. It sounded like she was laughing, like that hysterical. Like, you crying so hard that it sounded like you laughing. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Some of y'all laughing right now because I'm talking about it was freaky. I didn't know what to do with it. I was like, what is happening? And she didn't say no words to me. She just handed me her phone. And she handed me her phone. I read it, and a paragraph said, like, character A was sitting in the car with character B. And they were chilling, and they were listening to Ride With Me by Rachel Black. And so I'm like, whoa, wait, hold up, wait. I'm reading a book by a best-selling author that her name and her song made it into. Somebody she been a fan of. She been reading this girl books. And because she showed love to the girl online, the girl took her song and put it in a book. And shout
out to Brianne Dene. That's the author. Her books are phenomenal. I'm a huge fan of urban fiction. And author is Brianne Dene. And the book is the book series From the Hood with Love. And my song was mentioned in the second book. So
it was.
I'm still so thankful for that.
That was super dope. And like just the love that you've gotten from the community, the love that she's gotten from y'all already. And listen to me, like, I don't ask for much, but on this Freedom Day, you got some time off. I don't ask you for much, but I'm asking you today, if you'll just go and peep at the album and listen to 2 or 3 songs. Spotify, Apple Music, check it out. Especially if you're an R&B fan, if you're a 90s R&B fan, and share if you care. If you like this type of music, if you like real music, real R&B, back to what we grew up on, and you rock with that, share this music with somebody else who has an opportunity, who might love the same type of music. If you ride around listening to R&B and you listen to the stuff out today and like, man, it's not great, but it's all we got, then tap in. I guarantee you won't regret it. I ain't just saying she great because she mine. Like, it really is that good. Like, I listen to it when I'm not with her. Like, I'm a fan, for real, for real. So tap in, man. Check it out. Let us know what you think. So before we get up out of here, man, something fun, man. What's something fun you want to tell them about me or us? Or
let's see.
What's one of your favorite things about me?
I have several things that are my favorite about you. Okay. I would say how gentle you are. You're such a sweet man. Like, literally, he takes such good care of me. And, you know, I feel like that's huge, especially coming from a man.
I know one of your least favorite things about me is my energy in the mornings.
No, actually, it's not.
Not anymore?
Not anymore. When we first got married, I was like, hold up. I just woke up. Why are you so cheerful?
Back. Give me 50 feet.
Like, no. But now I actually need that. Because although I'm still not really talkative in the morning, his energy helps me wake up. So he's kind of like my cup of coffee before my actual cup of coffee.
I am coffee. It ain't no game. All day, every day. And I know, like, so how I know it used to bother you, like, that I'm always so positive. They should get on your nerves because you don't want to hear that all the time. Sometimes you just want to be mad. And I'm like, is that still a thing? They get on your nerves?
Sometimes. But I mean, sometimes you just want to be in your feelings and you want to express it, but it is good that you come in with the positivity and then it flips my mind. So
I can't help it, man.
But that's what I need. Like, and he's like this. How y'all see him? This ain't fake. This all the time.
It be 2:00 in the morning. She don't even like. She don't even budge no more. I just be yelling. I be speaking somewhere virtually. I be speaking in the UK at 2:30 in the morning. She just be like, he just in there doing what he do. Mm-hmm. I be at the mailbox on TikTok live every day. Shout out. Listen, if y'all don't follow your boy on TikTok, holla at your boy on TikTok.
Yes.
At MBlackSpeak, same username. Tap in. I go live every day now. I got a morning motivation with Marcus. If you like this, come tap in with us. That thing is growing. It's popping right now. So pull up on TikTok live. Yes. And also tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram at the only Rachel Black, RACHEL BLACK.
Big, not the little.
He's so funny, y'all. You can also find me under the same on TikTok, the only Rachel Black.
Boom, at the only. Ain't now, not a now, nutter. The only Rachel Black, RACHEL BLACK. RACHEL BLACK. Tell me you got little kids without telling me. And people with little kids know what time it is. Y'all know what that was. If the rest of y'all, you're going to learn. You'll figure it out.
Yes,
you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But thank y'all for real for this opportunity. Thank you for rocking with us. Thank you for hanging out with the Blacks. Yes. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the album 2090 now, streaming everywhere you go. And you eat some barbecue today. If you don't eat no meat, you go eat some asparagus and lettuce today. But whatever it is you do today, you celebrate freedom and you celebrate an opportunity to put your gift on the table and for you to go and make a difference, creating a life that you love to live, and you do it because you